Hello everyone, and thank you for listening or watching 2Gs in a Pod. If you are listening on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get podcasts, please do us a huge favour and give us 5 stars. It really does help out.
And if you're watching on YouTube, please remember to like the video and subscribe. Smash the like button.
Smash it! I've always...
Smash!
Like, don't... If you're thinking about doing it dainty, fucking beat, smash it!
And we hope you enjoy the episode. Well, essentially for the coffee.
Yeah.
Right, we are going, by the way.
Okay, I'm going to start by saying the thing I just said.
Okay.
Which is, I like listening to a podcast. I've got a few.
Yeah.
Where it's already in mid-conversation.
Yeah. No,
so this is the start.
Yeah, it's already started.
Well, yeah, and I also like that when those podcasts have a guest on, and the guest goes, "Are we recording?" By the way?" It's like it
starts with them like coming in the room, and you hear that's
Wait,
the
sorry,
fucking, that's
are we
the real
already
shit.
are we already going? They're like, "Oh yeah, we've been recording."
I've said like 5 racial slurs. Yeah, got them all.
Yeah, that's why we do it this way, so that if you ever besmirch the podcast, we've got you nailed.
We've got you
down to rights.
Because
I don't want to be like, "Hi guys, welcome to 2Gs in a Pod."
I think we're definitely going to get a million miles away from that quickly. But just with it being the first one, it does also feel like a bit insane to not go. I think just one of us going. There is no USP to this. This is just us.
Yeah. Well, I think the USP is you and I actually.
Oh wow, there you go.
Well, first of all, we're both called Gareth. That's unique. When has there ever been a comedy double act where the people have the same 2 names?
Ronnie's.
Yeah, that was the joke I was going for.
Yeah. my brain went, fucking hell, you've got me. And then
first joke of the podcast, and then straight over the head.
Obviously, the people listening do not know this, obviously, but when we decided we were going to do this podcast, we went back and forth a couple of times on like what we could call the podcast, and like the first few ideas we had for it were all just dog shit.
The 2 Gareths,
which is yeesh.
Little wink to the 2 Ronnies.
Yeesh. It's not really a wink, is it? That's just a full-on.
What was some of
copy.
that? The Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah.
Turns out that was taken quite substantially taken, actually.
G things would have been.
Ain't nothing but a G thing.
See, that would have been better, I think, than just G things. G things sounds very CBBC.
Well, I thought G things sounded very like underwear. Like G strings.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I didn't even go that lane with it.
Oh, no. Yeah, I did. But then again.
But I think we've nailed it now. 2Gs in a pod.
Because for the people listening, the expression is 2 peas in a pod, obviously. But we're both called Gareth. And a pod is not normally... It's the shortened word for a podcast. How do you do, fellow kids?
It's ticking all of the fucking boxes.
Yeah. First of all, that was terrible. We both sipped at the same time. That can never happen again. These are teething problems, but we both took a sip of our coffee at the same time.
We both went, right, well, I'm done with that little little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm ready to sip.
We've nailed it.
But you're right, we both can't be doing that because then it's just
I seen it and I was already going as well and I went, oh God.
Do you think we will drink through these? Because this being the first one, we're drinking coffees.
Some days we'll be drunk.
I hope so. But then it's just like you always have to fucking drive really to get here.
Not always.
Hopefully we can fucking lob that.
Yeah.
Because I would like to do a couple of these.
When we get 50,000 Patreons, then I can just get Ubers here. Perfect. Drink.
So do you have any fucking questions? Anything you want this podcast to be?
I think, like I said, the USP is us, right? Because we, I think, fundamentally disagree on most things.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Once we talk it out, we see the other person's point of view and then still go, nah.
Yeah,
but you're still wrong.
I think we would agree on because I was listening to the podcast that we did on the Too Much Information, and you know what? Very early on, just as a listener, I didn't feel it at the time, but listening to it back, I was like, I am intellectually out of my fucking depth here, and I didn't think of you as necessarily a very smart person. No offense, but listening back to it, why would I? I've seen no evidence.
You can't be smart and have this voice.
But in that podcast, I was listening, going, you can fucking hear my brain trying to keep up.
I think as well, the problem was I was still working night shifts back then.
Yeah.
So all I'd had for all of lockdown was 10 hours of my own thoughts.
Yeah.
So I'd got a lot of ducks in a row on opinions. and put in research that validated those opinions.
For sure.
And so, yeah, I maybe was coming across going, well, yeah, this is like mental health and all that, and you were just going, yeah.
Sheesh, were you?
When was the last time you got some poos?
The classic fucking much.
God, it's two white boys. Tell us when you last got poos. Where's the worst place you've wanked?
I have a fucking belt of an answer for that
Well,
question.
then let's go straight into that.
And I was actually trying to tell Ailey this story last night because we were both
Your
came home drunk.
fiance, Ailey.
Yeah. But she was too cold, and I wanted to make it a whole anecdote because that's who I am. So I was like stopped and like, Ailey, do you want to know a very weird story about me and that bit of the world? And she was like, nope, it's too cold. And I went, well, you've missed the fucking belter. And
You
now
were
I'll tell
outside
you.
at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out the taxi. Yeah, wanked outside in like a little alley.
Did you now?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I'm gonna say I was
It was 3 weeks
old
ago.
enough to know better. No,
Yeah.
I would say honestly 16, 17.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, bad. innit?
Drunk?
For sure.
Yeah.
Like I'd left the club. Again, got like dropped off in a taxi with like my mates. They'd all left, and
So
I just went. I'm just gonna bust it in an alley.
You got in the taxi from
I have
the
a
club
thing
and
for
went-
outside.
and you were like, mate, don't take me all the way home. I'm going to make a little pit stop.
No, I just have a thing for outside.
Hey, like the taxi drivers go like, you had a good night, mate? And you're like, yeah. Do alleys make you horny?
Because I'm looking at that alley and I'm feeling very randy.
Yeah.
No, I do. I just have a thing for outside.
Okay. Wait, I went okay, and then straight away went, no, wait.
Not okay.
This deserves way more questions. I'm not letting you away with that.
Yeah.
So you
but
were
that-
walking down a little alley, and you went,
I just felt.
How far away are you
the
from home at
moment,
this point?
Minutes.
Right.
Like maybe 30 seconds away.
golly.
Way too close to the
And,
gaff.
and you were just too,
It wasn't like I can't wait any longer. It was just, the moment took me. Like I was
Sure.
just. I was in my
what time
brain.
of year are we talking here?
Cold, because I remember, so it would have been winter.
Right.
And I
Cold
think
and
that's why I
dark, so
just. I think
safe.
that yeah. Well, that was my brain, and there was like, but this was the exciting element of it. There was like 3 ways people could have came from.
Yeah.
So it was like a very.
But there was only one person coming one way.
Yeah.
And it was into a bush.
But no, I'd always had.
Imagine
like
you walk past that bush years later.
I do almost every day.
But like it had.
And it wasn't a bush; it was a wall.
Oh right, well that changes.
Someone's-
That changes my joke significantly. I was going to say, imagine there was like your face in the bark. Bush is like, why don't you never come round?
I just
Meet
totally
your
disown
children.
it. I
Oh
pay
my
the
God.
fucking child support and I fuck off.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's weird.
was
That's
against
definitely a
a
weird place
wall.
to wank. Yeah.
So and it's winter, so that's frozen on a wall.
It was very quick. I think it was probably the quickest wank I've ever had. I think
How long are we talking?
from idea,
Uh-huh.
from the thought of doing it to completion, spunk on a wall, 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it is quick for
Yeah,
a wank. But,
adrenaline, crazy, crazy.
but for like being outside wanking in an alley, committing a crime.
See this now. This is what I wanted to know. How bad of a crime is it? Because I know it's not like cool. Like I know, like you can't be
Yeah.
walking past a bunch of people doing it, being like "Morning, Brian." But it's not like that's not jail time, is it? If it's jail time, I might have to fucking cut this. If it's jail time,
I don't think it's jail time. I don't think it's.
you didn't say that confidently.
No, because
you
I don't,
did not say that
because I
confidently.
don't really know. I'll be honest.
Yeah, me neither. I thought it would be like if a police officer walked past in the moment, he'd go like, "Come on."
I think it would be a bit more than that. Actually,
Do you think it would be more than that?
they wouldn't go? Come on.
I would say. I
If you were
think of it the
pissing in
same.
the street, they'd go, "Well, there's an £80 fine."
Really?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, spunk's going to be more than piss, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've
think-
always said that.
I wonder
Spunk's
if-
going to be more than piss.
Yeah. Yeah. In the bank.
Oh, how bad is that then?
I genuinely don't know.
I think a lot of people have wanked outside, surely. Have you ever wanked outside?
I've never. I don't think I've wanked outside.
You've had sex outside. Well, I was the fucking
I wouldn't say
loser
that.
virgin.
I've been shagged outside. No.
Right.
Yeah, I've had sex outside. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever wanked outside.
Well, if you're a single and chronically single boy, as I was,
Sure.
and that, because I get that, the kink, if you say it's a kink, of having sex outside really appeals.
Right.
But in that chronically single day, what else am I going to do? What, just not live my dream because I don't have a fucking
Yeah,
partner?
I reckon you don't live.
Yeah,
I
I think
reckon
you
you
should
wait
not, yeah.
30 seconds and go to your nice cozy house. Were you watching porn on your phone?
Absolutely not, Gareth.
It was just all
absolutely
thrill.
not. Yeah, of course.
All
mate.
in your head.
Of course. So it's great up there.
You're saying, of course, like.
Well, I'm not gonna fucking.
Asking.
I'm not gonna fucking load up like.
Yeah.
Is that what you would do?
I think so. I'd want in and out of that situation fast.
Well, I did. I did it.
I guess.
Nailed it. From idea to done, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It is kind of weird anytime I walk past that bit. I always just go...
Yeah, you'll think about it, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How often do you walk past there?
Mate, I would say 3-4 times a week.
Oh, God.
It's a lot.
You're like returning to the scene of the crime. You know, like murderers and that, they can't help but go back.
I always kind of look in like the houses as well, going, do you think they know? Do you think if I'm walking past...
What time in the evening was it, do you think? Like 3 a.m.?
Yeah, this is like half four in the morning.
Oh, late, yeah.
Yes, no one was around.
Milkman might have caught you.
No one was around.
Fresh roll man. Delivering freshly baked rolls.
But I just
and you're like, you want some fucking glaze, mate? Yeah, we cinnamon bun.
I reckon a few people have had a wee fucking cheeky wank outside.
My
mate wanked on a plane. I think that's weirder.
Do you know what? Right, I wonder if they would change it, because if, like you're saying, if a policeman had caught you, or a police person, sorry, that was not very woke of me.
I'll edit all this out. Don't worry.
Impractical woker. If they'd caught you, then it might have become sexual assault, because there's a witness.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's like flashing or something like that.
True.
On your, like, it's like if a tree falls in the woods.
True.
If a man wanks in an alley and nobody's there to see it,
True.
Is it a crime?
Oh, you make a very good point.
But if you bring in somebody to that, they would then maybe become a victim. Or
it would be horrific. It would be absolutely horrific, and I would feel legitimately terrible about that, and it would probably be something that I'd fucking have to. Well, it would be something that I'd have to live with for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But you know, I was willing to gamble it, obviously, quite clearly. I backed my odds, 4:30. Who's kicking about 4:30 in the morning?
Policeman catches you, you get charged, you're up in court.
There might be a policeman listening to this.
I'm the judge, and I'm like, okay, Mr. Mutch, on the night of the 12th of December, you were caught in a precarious situation in an alleyway. Do you have anything to say in your defence?
Fancied it, like, just I've always liked the idea.
You're guilty.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to. I'm
guilty.
not. I wouldn't want to fight. I wouldn't want to fight it. In no point would I go.
No, come on, take it serious. I'm the judge.
Right.
And I say, is there anything? Don't just say fancied it, Your Honour. Is that a crime?
No, I know it's I know it. Okay, what I would say to him is I go, listen, Your Honour. Do we say Your Honour? Irrelevant.
I'm sure you would.
Your
Show
Honour.
a bit of respect.
Your Honour.
For once in this entire situation.
Your Honour.
Yeah.
Have you ever wanted to have sex outside?
No, I have not, and I'm not the one on trial.
You are good at roping. That's exactly what he would say, I reckon. That was good. I've actually felt that.
Mr. Mutch, I will hold you in contempt of court. I don't think you understand how serious this situation is.
No, I do, mate. I'm just fucking scared, all right? Probably shouldn't have swore. Apologies. Honestly, I actually have no idea why I did it. It was a mistake. I regret it. Fucking bang me up if needs be.
Bang you up like you banged up that wall. I sentence you to 25 to life. No parole.
25 to life's a lot, though.
Yeah, but I think that's exactly. I think you put it on him.
Nah.
Your Honour, have you never wanted to
There'd be
kill
a lot.
somebody?
There'd be way more people doing life.
Your Honour,
if a wank outside got your life,
I murdered somebody.
I reckon.
Have you never?
I reckon.
Had somebody in front of you taking the last sandwich in Subway, Your Honour, and wanted to strangle them? The defence rests.
Are you comparing me having a 2-minute wank to murdering over a Subway?
It's an incredibly early abortion.
People must have.
I'm incredibly pro-life.
People must have had a little fucking tug outside, surely.
Yeah, they have.
Well, then why am I on trial, Your Honour?
Case dismissed.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be my defence. People must have had a little tug. Come on.
Yeah,
mate.
They have.
Let's
people
cut the
have committed
bullshit.
crimes loads of times. It's not like, so I didn't know you weren't allowed to steal.
Loads of people have done
Your
this,
Honour,
mate.
surely people have stole. Am I the first in history? No. What's that got to do with it?
Well,
Aye.
Have you? Where's the weirdest place you've ever tugged?
Cinema.
Cinema.
Yeah. Up the back, and it was a really bad movie. I was like,
I didn't think it would be a belter. I don't think it would be Inception.
I reckon I was about 14, and I'm like just
Wow.
everything sensational, didn't it?
Oh, so you actually were someone that got caught up in the moment. So something. Was it a sexy film?
No, it was a film about cartoon mice, I think.
Fuck me, Woof.
But I was
That's
like,
terrible.
This movie's
Ratatouille.
terrible.
Was it Ratatouille?
No, because at least there'd be someone in that. Cheeky wee meal. No, I can't remember the movie. I don't think I've seen it since.
You wouldn't. You'd get fucking.
I remember it was winter as well because I had like a big jacket and I just had it on my lap and I was just like so bored of the film and I was like, what could we do to pass the time?
Fuck it, that's a corker. You were literally so rather than leave.
And you know what's
like if a film's boring, I've left a cinema before. I've never went. Well, I'm gonna have to get some enjoyment through this.
14. It must have been like 2003, maybe.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they had like the technology.
We could probably figure it out. 2003 cartoon mice.
Oh, we could figure out the movie, but I mean, like
Flushed Away. Was it Flushed Away?
No. But I went to the
it's a
cinema
great film.
recently. Yeah.
It's not going to be Flushed Away.
No, I'm not going to
You're
lie.
engrossed. You're engrossed in
This
Flushed
is
Away.
excellent. I was at the cinema recently, and they showed you the little adverts. Like, we see everything that's happening. So if you're trying to film the movie, we've got this night vision stuff, and they showed it on the screen, and I was like, oh, and then that came back to me, and I went, I think it'd be fine. The jacket was over me, and I was like short little,
For what it's worth, to help you sleep at night,
very tantric.
they for sure will have been aware that you were doing it, but they haven't seen knob. If that was what you're embarrassed about, have they seen my little knob there?
No, because my knob wasn't out. It was like under the trousers,
Well, exactly.
under a jacket.
But they're still going to see a jacket move, aren't they? For sure.
Might have been itching.
Do you know what? I actually
I
should
was,
have
in
shared.
a way, I was scratching an itch.
I should have shared another story instead of the outside crime. Apparently, I'm getting fucking banged up doing life. I did a wank in school as well once.
Oh, right. In a classroom or in the
In
toilet?
classroom.
Oh.
But no hands, mate. It was like fucking freestyled.
No hands?
I used to fucking like swing on the chair. I'd like get my chair at like a certain angle, and then I'd just swing so like my knob would like get a bit of friction with the underside of the table, and I'd just be like, "What is the answer?" And I'm
understanding
humping this. I'm just like dry humping this table. Yeah. Geography.
That's how you make a stool.
I don't know if it was something about just that, like, 'cause geography was like the top.
Oh yeah, V valley.
I think it was just altitude. I'd get a boner every time I'd go to geography.
Little V-shaped valley, and you're like, oh, little V-shaped top. Ali's got its, not Ali, Valley. It's got its big fucking mountain tits out. Yes, just gonna fucking on a table.
Yeah.
Well,
I used to have good self-control over it and never come. And then one time I went, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm going for it.
You went for it.
Second period as well. Had
you
a
sitting
whole
next
day.
to somebody at this point?
Yeah, for sure.
Boy or girl?
Boy. Oh, yeah.
So he'd have got it. He'd understood.
I think he knew.
Yeah.
I thought it was like...
Was he just sitting there going, you fucking dirty bitch? Going, come for me.
Fuck me. He never said, come for me.
Come for me.
What have you just said, Robbie? What is what's the quick to be? I didn't know that.
For me, please, daddy.
It wasn't
like that.
It wasn't like
this
that.
This is exactly where I didn't want this all to start and go. Like,
This is what editing's for.
couple of no, we're not editing. We're not fucking editing.
Never edit the podcast. Okay.
We'll
cool.
edit some bits.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, I mean, we've got a nice little 20-minute wank chunk.
That's
now
what I mean.
Of this episode.
Like, we've started
right off the bat. People are going to be like, "Oh, two straight white comedians. What are they talking about? Wanking."
Yeah.
And then bang, it's wanking outside as well.
Exactly.
Illegal wanking.
Exactly.
Which, in a way, it's not as you mean to go on.
Sure. Let's move on to the natural place of shitting then.
Right, okay.
And I think it'll get us into the story. I think it's worth talking about, the one we were talking about outside.
Mm-hmm.
My little arse was in tatters on Saturday.
Tatters, apparently. You kept saying. Tatters.
I did 6 poos.
That's fucking insane.
Wasn't like a proper full size.
No.
Little bits and bobs.
No. 6 poos in a day. Not even in a day. In a day out. So I met you at 3.
Yeah, I think I had my first one at 3.
And then I left you at like what, about midnight?
Yeah.
And you had 6 fucking poos.
Yeah.
That's
It was little bits and bobs.
crazy.
My little arse was so
And
sore.
it was apparently in tatters, ring sting and all sorts. See, if I have 3 shits in a day,
Yeah.
I like look at myself in the mirror and go, make better fucking choices.
Yeah.
6 is...
There was a lot.
Have you thought about seeing a doctor? Is that normal for you?
No, not at all. No limits.
No.
And then, we were playing mini golf. You won. Well done.
Thank you.
I was trying too much to have a laugh.
And you are definitely the jester of the game, for sure.
That's where I always want to be.
Yeah.
I always want to be the jester.
I even remember turning to you going, I fucking hate myself, I'm taking this so seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I can feel myself wanting to win, and I hate him.
Yeah. I think I probably did on the first hole when I hit it, and then I went,
What's the point now?
And then I realised how shit the mini golf was.
It really was, you know.
And
you called it a belter before we even got there. You were like, it's probably just like an Instagram place.
I'd seen it online, and somebody, I was like, I wonder if this is actually good, or if it just looks good on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's a trap. And then they sent me an email saying, pre-book your visor for your round, and they had those like golf visors with like the clear rim on it, like the pink and like the neon colored clear rims.
I'm with you.
And it was like £4, and they were like, it'll make your photos look great. And I went,
yeah, £4 for a good photo.
We had the Eaton's Cheating package.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah. So we got a glass of Prosecco on arrival.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. I'd had 3 beers by this point.
Yeah, I had 1 pint with you in the pub before, and by the time that Prosecco went down, I was declaring myself, I'm a bit pissed here.
Aye, I was a bit pissed after the Prosecco. But as we're walking in, so we get given the Prosecco, and they're like, oh, your friend's already here, the other person we were meeting. As we're walking in, there was people already taking photos with all the stuff around about, and I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And it was a terrible course. It was like folk had just chucked a ramp in a pub.
Yeah.
Oh, you go.
A couple of them could have been good.
Yeah.
Like the fucking, what's that called? The big, what's that fucking called? The loop-de-loop. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
That on any sort of mini golf course, I'm all for. But even that was done like so
Just
half-assed. One of them was just hit it up the wall far and hope you land in like a good slot. It wasn't even a hole. It was like, that's poor.
Yeah, it was poor. But so we drank loads.
We drank fucking loads. It was a good day though.
Drunk. I had a gig. What time was on stage? Like 10?
Yeah. You annoyed me that night. You know, really annoyed me because, like, as I said, drinking with you the whole day. Yeah.
You just said I was the jester. Life and soul the party. You said
at the golf. No, it genuinely annoyed me because like that whole day drinking, as you said, we're having a lot of fun. And then when it got to late, as you said, like 10 o'clock, you're on stage. It, honestly, you could not have told that you'd had a drop, and that annoyed me. Especially as well because seconds before you went on stage, you came up to me out of the toilet and went, "Oh my wee ass." It was so sore.
It was so.
And
sore.
I'm like, he's been drinking for hours. He's got a sore arse.
8 hours I'd been drinking.
He's about to headline this gig. I was like, this could be quite a fucking rough one for Woof. But I was like, oh man, you'll smash it. Not believing a word of it. Like, I'm going, I'll lie to him because he's a pal.
Me up.
Yeah. And then you actually did. And I was like, not really on that, actually. Not on.
I remember...
Be a bit shit.
I remember being in the cubicle of the toilet and like getting up and I leaned against the wall for a minute and I was like, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Like, it was so... And I was just like, oh, God. Like, I couldn't even, like, right, this is a bit too graphic.
Nah, it's not, though. Fuck it.
I couldn't, like, even wipe because my arse was
mate, being
sore.
Being there.
It was so sore.
You have to show it.
I had to dab my arse clean.
Yeah.
I was just like, I
think this...
Oh, God.
It sounds like the kid that I'd wanked to next in class.
Oh, Daddy. Wipe for me. And I stood up, arm up on the wall, head against my arm, going, oh, my God. I can't believe I need to do things. Came out and I knew I was walking a bit gingerly.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, I never want to be doing anything gingerly.
Easy.
It's just me walking naturally. And I was like, oh no. I don't really remember much about the gig.
What's the matter? You smashed it. Absolutely smashed it.
I remember the cable falling out the mic at the death.
Like right at the end. I think you had 2 lines. You were on your last joke. 2 jokes left to go. Like 2 punchlines left to go. And it just disconnected. And what was funny as well, because you definitely won't remember this, right at the start of your set, I remember seeing you go, like you had like a little tug on the mic, and I could see your brain go, oh, we haven't got a lot of slack there.
Yeah.
So maybe bank that.
Yeah.
Stay where you are. We haven't got a lot of give.
Yeah, I didn't move a lot.
And you didn't. You still performed it and stuff, but I saw that moment as soon as you started going, fucking remember that, Gareth, because you have not a lot to go there. And then by the end, you were like, fuck it! And just did this one big move, unclipped.
Yeah.
And I could just see you just immediately go, well, I'm not obviously going to try and
I was worried that
put
if I
that back in.
bent over to pick up the cable.
That could have revealed everything. That could have been the moment
that
where
would
you
have
go
just forward
pissed,
rolled.
you
Yeah.
forward go, my ass! It could have been the moment where just everything came out.
Trousers explode off.
Oh,
and
he's a
everyone's
drunk...
Look at his little red hoop, everyone. We've all been duped. This man is
drunk.
a drunkard. No, please. I was so close to the end. My little arse. Pour drinks on it.
this little ass
Pour drinks on it and cool it down. Help. Alcohol will soothe the fissures in my bottom.
But as I was saying to you, I think I said to you earlier that day, I think that is why I have my little rule that I don't shit outside of... I think I've shat outside of either my house...
I forgot you told me this.
Or where I was staying. I think I've shat... Like, I never shat in school. Fuck
I
that.
beat your record in one day.
Yeah, you did. You really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be a hotel or like where I'm staying. It has to. There's been 2 times I've been in the world and just went, there's just no way. I have to shit now.
Yeah.
Once
I've
was a
shat
pub
in
in
some
Edinburgh.
terrible pubs. The amount of,
can't do it.
sometimes go to a pub,
Can't
right?
do it, man. Because
And
it's
they don't-
never good fucking toilet roll.
Oh.
Never good.
That we need to talk about.
Nice
toilet
pubs as well. Nice pubs still just... You pull and it's always just one roll.
Or you get the fucking extra long bits.
I would love extra
Suppose
long.
you've maybe never...
I'd love extra long.
This will be observational humour lost on you because you've never shit outside.
Yeah, never done it.
They sometimes get these huge rolls, like, you know, the normal roll. You're talking like, what, that maybe?
Yeah.
You sometimes get one like that. And you pull it, and the length is this long, so you double it up, and then that's fine.
You got to fold anyway. I'm a folder
But-
anyway. Are you a scrunch?
No.
Yeah,
So
fold, for sure.
fold it over.
There's one thing we agree on. That's good.
Fold it over, but then it's still quite long. So like it's non, but it's never good. But I've been to pubs toilets where they don't have a seat on the toilet, like deliberately. They'll have like the 2 little black rubbery bits. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Is that supposed to be for like?
I don't think that should be. I think you should be allowed to wank in an alley more than you should have no toilet seat. I once did
What fucking 2020?
I once did.
I'd vote for you. That you could do a clegg there. That's your core fucking.
Yeah, that's my
That's
thing.
the main thing on the manifesto. I'd vote for you on the back
Have
of
a
that.
nice poo time.
He's letting us wank in alleys and prioritising.
I went in one cubicle that night, and I'm quite bad for never checking if there's toilet roll, and of course there
This
wasn't.
was great.
And I text you like, please help.
Yeah, there's no toilet roll
And you
in the left bog.
I had to
Please
let you know,
help.
yeah. I mean, you probably would have seen, there's not one there. But there was people in the toilet. I could have went, excuse me, help.
You're
but
not doing
I was
that.
never doing
You're not
that.
doing
Never
that.
once in a million
that
years.
thought is not crossing anyone's mind.
Text you, didn't get a reply straight away, so I text my other mate, Nick.
Yeah.
And I was like, they both need to know. No, I need help. People always say that men are bad for asking for help, and I'm being an advocate.
Killing the stereotype. Nick was blissfully unaware because I remember looking at my phone a couple of minutes late. That's not too bad. As
I
of a
actually
ratio.
disagree with the way you tried to help.
Oh,
Just
come
so
on.
you know.
Okay. Tell the people.
I found out afterwards what you did. I waited and I heard the toilet go dead silent, and I went, all right. So I just like trousers up just a little bit.
Did you do any leans this time?
No, kept the arse out. It was all business. And
Kept the arse out.
I didn't want to get
You
shitty-
shifted from cubicle to cubicle, arse out.
Yeah. 12 seconds. Delta Bravo. I was like a SWAT team. Boop, in there. If anyone walked in at that exact moment, little ginger ass. Easy. But I got in and out very quick. I went like this,
fucking
back in,
amazing.
shut the door. Like textbook. Honestly, you should have seen it. I was proud
no
of it.
reason to keep the arse out.
I would have got I would have got poo everywhere.
You would have
Maybe.
got poo everywhere.
Maybe, I don't know.
Everywhere. From putting boxers
I hadn't
on.
done the recon wipe to see how bad it was because there was no toilet roll.
Everywhere's a stretch. Okay, you might have got a bit of debris.
Yeah.
But everywhere, Woof.
Yeah, maybe I should have been my ass away.
Yeah. To put
See
your
what I
arse
mean? We
away.
disagreed and then came around. So I get into the cubicle and sit down and I deal with it. And I'm like, I text you going, it's okay. And then I come out and you're like, yeah, I said to the lady, I think there's no bog roll in the left cubicle. And I was like, no, I don't think I said this at the time. But in my head I went, that's not how you deal with that.
How else would I have been
You come to the toilet and you go to the cubicle and you pass me some from the other one.
I fully agree. Now. That's 100% what I should do. 100%
Instead of some lady coming in going, "You okay?" and me going, "No." Who are you?
Get the text?
Who are you, dear saviour?
Well, I just thought, you're totally right now. You're totally right. But
Yeah.
at the time, I didn't have that logical part of my brain. I was just going to, well, staff will help. Staff have the toilet roll. I don't have the toilet
Tell
roll.
everyone what you said to the lady.
I think I said something along the lines of, a friend of mine may or may not need some toilet roll in the
you
left
said,
cubicle.
"Hi, I don't."
And she was like, what? And I went, he does. He definitely for sure needs it.
I thought you said, "I think there's no toilet roll in the left cubicle," and she was like, "Do you know?" And you went, "I know for a fact.
Yeah, I know for a
my mate's
fact.
in there right
He's
now."
in there, and he's texting me. He needs help. That was exactly how it was. Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, you're totally right. I should have come in cubicle next, and
Here you
then
go, Gav, got you.
yeah, should
Thanks,
have,
mate.
and then it would have saved you little arse transported.
Yeah, I had to take matters into my own hands.
Well, fair play, fair play. We also had a big discussion. Is a fucking push, but we had a discussion. You and Nick seemed to love a cheese board,
Oh my god.
and I'm
More
just
than anything.
and I'm just not really
No, cheese
like you were
board.
showing me pictures of it, and I was like, that looks crap.
It's so
Like
good.
it's just cold meat and a bit of cheese and some gherkins.
I don't even think you need cold meat in there. That's a charcuterie.
It's a what?
Charcuterie.
A charcuterie? What the flying fuck is a charcuterie?
Cold meat on the board.
Okay, well, why are we using other words when we could be saying cold meat on the board?
Because it's the same amount of syllables.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Charcuterie. Or cold meat on a board.
No,
Cold meat
it's
on a
not
board.
the same.
Cold meat on a board.
Charcuterie. Cold meat on board. Oh, it is. isn't it?
You took it on as well.
Yeah.
On a board. You just went on board.
Cold meat on board.
You were like a.
Like baby on board.
You sounded like captain of a meat cruise.
Yeah, child on board, baby on board.
Cold meat on board, everybody.
Cold meat on board.
We have
Watch
parma
out, you're
ham,
fucking driving.
chorizo,
Cold meat on board.
salami. I've ran out of meats.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
Very quick.
So what is it about the cheese board? Why do you not just eat
I'm just
some
very,
cheese?
I'm very sophisticated,
Why
man.
not just eat some cheese? He
That's
says
exactly what it is.
after telling his fucking
Why don't you just eat some
insanely
cheese? That's-
crazy shit story. I'm a very sophisticated man. Sure, I transport from left to right cubicles with my arse out, but I'm also a very sophisticated man.
I'm an aristocrat. You think what? You think fucking the high society are never caught short? The wee arses out with our weak chin,
I'm sure they are. No, I'm sure they are.
wandering about with our gout.
But is it more just the evening around it that you'd like?
No, I like the cheese board. It's great. So you get the board, you get the several different cheeses,
Yeah.
and I like all of them. I'm a big cheese guy. I like
Yeah.
a creamy Saint Felicien.
Oh,
I
ho,
like
ho,
I like a blue.
Is that one of these ones? I've seen these ones where it's like hot cheese. There's like a hot skin, and they like knife it down.
That's raclette.
Sorry.
It's raclette. That's what you're talking about there.
That's
and they
a
put it
raclette.
onto the like roll and stuff.
Fuck yeah. That
Yeah, it's very good.
makes me go yep.
Raclette's quite a strong cheese, though. Not a lot of people would have a raclette. So already you're saying you're a bit more sophisticated in your cheese knowledge than you.
I mean, I've never
originally came
eaten
into
the fucking thing.
Oh,
I've
right.
just seen a video and went,
Anyway,
that
that
looks
was-
yum.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
literally as far as I've ever went. I don't think I've ever had a cheese board.
it. When Laura first took me to this cheese,
I don't think
and
I've only
wine
ever
bar-
had fondue once, and that's probably quite a base
Yeah, yeah, that's terrible.
introduction into it, you see. Terrible,
Nah, it's
apparently.
not actually. Fondue's great.
Yeah.
What's your cheese of choice? Cheddar.
Red Leicester, 100%.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
A strong Red Leicester, too.
Which is it's like
And by that, I mean
cheddar's bitch cousin.
This is probably slander, I'm about to
Uh-huh.
say. So apologies.
Okay.
And remember, we are friends, so don't hate me
Yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Pre-grated,
Right.
like a big fucking bag of Red
Do
Leicester.
you know the
Love
problem? The problem with pre-grated, and
There is no
well, there is.
that. It's taking away problems.
No. It's not. It's adding. So like if you were to actually grate cheese and leave it,
Yeah.
it'd go all hard and stale.
Yep.
But pre-grated doesn't, because they add plastic to it
Great.
and like all these other stuff that's not good for you.
Great.
I mean, I'll buy pre every now and then if I'm making a pizza.
Because it's fucking saving price.
But grated cheese tastes better than non-grated cheese because of the surface area, apparently.
What?
Yeah, I saw that on QI. So it's not actually my knowledge. I'm
Yeah.
passing it on.
It's still your knowledge.
All
Of
right.
course it is.
I'll take it, yeah.
Then
I am
no
clever, you're right.
knowledge. No knowledge is yours then.
I would like to take you for a cheese board and see how you feel about it.
Well, I was literally fucking gonna say that. I was like, we should do.
Laura took me to
fucking-
this cheese and wine bar
Yeah.
in Stockbridge, and I'm from a working class background. The first time I went in there, I was like, I fucking hate all this.
Yeah.
Oh, this fucking... Oh,
Well, that's where I'm at.
All they do is cheese and wine.
Yeah.
And then we sat down, we had the cheese board, the guy brought us a wine, he was like, that'll go good with all this, right?
See, that would piss me off.
Pissed me off.
That would piss me off. You don't fucking know.
I was like, oh, who's it? This fucking little posh Tory twat's going to tell me
what
and then,
I
like to
then
eat.
one sip.
One sip, cracker and cheese, and I was like, oh my lord. It was Ratatouille when he eats the thing and he just goes, oh my lord.
See, you might not even remember this, but
I don't care that a rat cooked this.
Earlier that day, you did that same thing, but on my level. When we were in the pub before we went to the gig, you had 2 packets of crisps, and you told me take that crisp and have that crisp and eat them together. And I was like, nah, I'm all right. And you went, fuck, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. And then when I did it, I went, Christ, they fucking compliment each other.
Paired very well.
That's the working class cheese and wine, I reckon.
Or crisps sommeliers. Would sirs like to try the Thai sweet... It was Thai sweet chicken McCoy's.
Yep.
With a cheddar McCoy, I believe.
Right.
My mouth's watering thinking about it now.
Yeah, no, it was incredible. The combo between the two was...
I can't take credit for that. It was actually Nick that tried it first and went,
really?
Give that a go. And I went,
Get on that. Gave it a
go, and straight away went, oh, that's...
And then you just went, and now all three of us must know this.
Yeah.
It was great. It was really, really great.
But like you said, just because I heard it somewhere else doesn't make it's not my knowledge.
That's just how all knowledge works.
Fine, yeah.
Everything you learn in school... You're a fucking idiot. You haven't actually know any of that.
God,
you were taught it. Everything you know is from somewhere.
Yeah. Apart from, unless you do your own research on vaccines.
But even that...
Yeah, no, that's the joke.
Oh, okay. I got too angry.
I've done my own research.
I got too angry. I was defending the point I couldn't see comedy.
Shall I tell you this?
Is it vaccine based?
Yeah.
Right, go for it.
My car, I hit a pothole in Edinburgh the other week.
It's the worst.
And
I don't even drive, but it
hit
angers
the
me.
side of the tyre apparently. So totally fucked, like totally flat. I go to change it. Turns out Laura's car doesn't have a spare tyre in the back, and it's pissing rain. Right, I'm with Michael Welch at this point. Terrible person to be with.
The worst person to be with.
Like, pull over to deal and check it, and I go, oh, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Pull over. And I'm out, and I've got loads of stuff in the boot, and I'm chucking it onto the road, and it's a busy dual carriageway. It's very busy. And folk are tooting at me, and I'm like, I can't do anything. I can't move the car. Right, so I'm pulling everything out of the boot. He's still sat in the front, and he just shouts out, "Do you want a hand?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I would like a hand."
With what though?
Taking everything out the boot, and even just standing watching you do the
random
change.
Strangers just offering.
No. Michael Welch, who's in the car.
Fuck's sake, Michael!
He's in the passenger seat.
I thought just a random Ford was like, do you want to help?
No.
Michael! What?
Thank you for designing our logo, Michael.
How long, which we're probably not going to use, how long had he been just sat in the car?
I'd say maybe 3 minutes, so not long. I'm pulling everything out, and he's just sat in the front, and he goes, "Do you want a hand?" And I was like, "Yeah, probably."
Actually, as it happens.
And then I lift up the thing where the spare tyre should be, and there's nothing there. And I went, fucking great. That's a nightmare. You're talking maybe 7 at night at this point, and I go, all the garages are shut, so I'm going to have to get towed to a garage, and then they'll have to deal with it in the morning. But Laura had a AA cover with it, or bank, so I phoned them up, and they're like, the car's not got an MOT, and I was like, and they're like, so we won't touch it, and I was like, it doesn't have an MOT. I went, that's illegal.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, come on. How illegal is it, AA? I've not wanked in an alley.
Probably, I was right behind you. Yeah. I was right behind you. I was probably as bad as wanking in an alley, I reckon.
So then I phoned Laura, I was like, hey, your car doesn't have an MOT. And she said, oh, does it not? And I was like, no. So the AA won't come. So I had to pay for this tow truck to come, and I'm waiting for an hour in the rain. Folk tooting at me going, move your fucking car. And I'm like, I can't move the car. I can't move it.
Why are people like that? So what? You can obviously see I'm having a bit of an evening here. I'm in a bit of fucking peril.
Standing in the pissing rain next to the car, going, "Yeah, I want to be here."
Have you seen any of these videos? And there's loads of them going about just now. Someone's just had a crash, and their cars fucking up a wall, it's all smashed and bent and in on itself. And someone driving past filming it, thinking they're hilarious. It's can't park there, mate. I watch them and I go, if that was me, I'd want to fucking kill you. So in a row. Can't park there, lad. I'd fucking, you should get murdered.
I'd hate to be the person in that scenario. I would also love to be the person shouting it. I never would, but I would love to just once.
Oh, yeah, I of course laugh. You can't park there, lad.
So anyway, waiting for this tow truck. He comes along, gets me in, on the back of the truck. I get in the cabin, and we're driving for, I reckon...
Where's Michael Welsh at this point?
He's fucked off.
Good.
One of the Crystal Evans came back to pick him up to take him to the gig. So now...
So you were the only one that didn't get to do the gig?
Yeah,
That's
I was headlining as well.
Shitter.
So, like, I got 3 tweets from people going, like, can't believe you never showed up. Hope you're all right, though.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. Anyway, 3 minutes in this cab with the guy, and he just goes, well, he's like, what do you do for a living? I don't know why. I fucking told him. I was like, I'm a stand-up comedian.
And
he went, oh, ho, ho! He went, I've had a lot of people in this truck, and I've never had a stand-up comedian. And I was like, I'll be honest, mate, I'm probably not much banter or crack tonight. I've had a tough one. I went, and I managed a wee joke. I was like, I was meant to be on my way up to Dundee, so, you know, at least that's a positive that I'm not. And he was like, whoa, if you'd got a bit further, it would have been very expensive. And I was like, that's not what I was meaning, but whatever. After that, he said he loved Mickey Flanagan and somebody else, and I was like, well, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Then, straight after, he goes, what do you make of all these vaccines and all that pish, mate?
Perfect.
And I was like, oh, Christ, here we go. I'm a very left-leaning person on all things, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have said, yes, I think you should get your vaccine. All the facts show that if you are vaccinated, the side effects will be worse. There's less deaths, blah, 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 blah. Just look out for other people. It's not that hard. You get a wee jab, wear a mask, not that hard either.
Yeah.
You're not getting your civil liberties taken away, mate. Yeah. You're just having to inconvenience yourself very slightly so that some people might not die.
Yeah.
I didn't say any of that. I just was like, oh, I don't know. I try not to think about it too much because I knew what was going on. I just couldn't be arsed with a debate.
Of course, that's fair. I think that's fair.
And then he goes,
I think you're getting one anyway. But
and he went, mate, I've not got any of the fucking jabs. I don't fucking believe in any of that shit. And he was like, and then I looked at how long was left in the journey, and I just went, and they give you autism.
That's fucking amazing.
I mean, it's going to be easier for me.
Just agree, comply.
Just fully agree with the guy.
That's so fucking funny.
So
that's
at
great.
first I was
25 minutes
just
to
like,
go here. Yeah, and if you're a fucking woman, you can't get fucking pregnant, apparently. So it's all bad, isn't it?
Can't call a woman anymore. I just went, I'd had such a tough time that I went, I'm just going to make life easy for me.
I'm just going to say all the shit that this guy wants me to say.
Yeah. But so, like, at first I just went, aye, agreed. And then he kept chipping in. And I don't know, I got involved. I was just like, aye, I think give you autism.
That's great, man.
What do you make about all these immigrants crossing the fucking channel? Blow them up, I say. I was just like, oh, fuck it. But then this guy's probably going away going like, everyone thinks like me. I'm a little echo chamber, me.
100%. See, I was actually speaking to someone about that last night because in the taxi that me and my fiancée Ailey were in, again, the exact same thing. 2 minutes in the cab.
Yeah.
First question, when you make all these fucking masks, jab, fucking pish. And the exact same thing.
I like when people do that because, first of all, he's asked you what sounds like an innocuous question, but he has let his opinion be known.
Yeah.
He's brought up the debate with his opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Purely on tone.
But also still weirdly putting it on you as well, weirdly. Yeah. So what do you make of this fucking weird shit? It's weird shit anyway. Say it's weird shit. And then I asked him, I was like, I mean, I am double jabbed. I think I just said something like, and it's kind of how I feel. The truth is, Gareth, can I be honest with you?
Go on.
The truth is I kind of fucking change a lot. I flip-flop.
Yeah.
I totally do think if you are someone who doesn't want to get a vaccine, crack on.
Yeah.
But then, don't fucking, like, that's your call.
Yeah.
And if you want to do it, A-okay. But then don't fucking greet when you're like, they're not letting me into the thing. It's like, yeah, because they've chose it has to be these people. You can totally choose to not be that person. No one's making you. Like, I don't think it should be law to you have to be vaccinated. But then go and live your I'm not jabbed life. Like, you can't get into the fucking Lyceum to go see Mice and Men then. You weigh it up.
I would say
weigh it up.
I'm just going to say that I think that unvaccinated people probably don't want to go to the Lyceum.
But a lot of them do now because they can't.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're like, and now I can't even go see fucking a play.
I want to see a disastrous...
How many plays were you seeing before?
Yeah, when was the last time you were at the Lyceum?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see Lenny being killed by his friend because of no fault of his own, but being a big, clumsy, strong man.
I am an anti-vaxxer, but I also love Chicago. Why can't I go fucking see it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Othello.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I think you would hate Othello. Because it tends to be, if you have that opinion, you have quite far right opinions anyway. And Othello is probably not for you.
But then also, so I do find myself, like, any time I'm in a pub, and I'll go into the pub wearing a mask, because I'm just, fuck it, like, I'm not a piece of shit.
I don't even
like,
think about it anymore. The mask just goes on.
Of course, 100%. But then when I'm in the pub and I've had a couple of drinks and I'm at the table and it's all fine, and then like the toilet's like fucking 5 steps away.
Yeah.
And I get up and there is a member of staff going, man, God.
Yeah, you're like, oh, fucking relax.
That shit, I'm like, chill, man.
Relax, I licked the door handles an hour ago.
So I am kind of both. I think where I sit on it is I'm fucking bored and sick, fed up with just the amount of divisive shit that's in the world.
You got to have an
Brexit was
opinion.
divisive, in the fucking Scottish
Get
independence,
into your little camp.
COVID, it's all just, stay in your clique and fucking bark to the other one fucking hear you.
Yeah.
I just hate that. But if you don't want to get vaccinated, batter on. I couldn't give a fuck. Because I'm also not this person going, well, think of the people. Fuck them. If they don't want to do it, yeah, fuck them. Fuck you. And
I didn't even have glasses on. You did the glasses thing.
Do you know what I mean, though? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I do,
just I'm kind of just like, can we all just fucking...
I can't sit here and preach any left-wing policies when I crumble with any working. Straight, all my morals go out the window. I told this story last night at the stand, just to people. I've never told on stage, but everyone was like, you should do that on stage.
Yeah.
I had a tiler round at my house, right? And he said, oh, mate, house I was at before this, couple of gay guys. And I was like...
No, it's awful.
Oh, God. Oh.
Those bloody woofters.
Because also... terrible. Also, I wanted him to do a good job.
Me playing the part of a scared
sure.
man not agreeing with those things.
I wanted him to do a good job in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I went, if I go, what about it? Confrontational. He'll go, all right, well, I'm going to fucking put this tile sideways. I'll drive him mad for 100%. Years. And I just was like, oh, yeah. And he went, look, I don't care what they do in their own house. And I was like, sounds like you do.
Yeah.
You're in their house. You're literally in their house. The last house I was
judging them.
Yeah. They're ramming it down my throat.
Ah, man.
Being a couple in their own house.
A mate of mine, and I won't name him because fuck it, who knows? There's a. It's not unfathomable that they might listen to this, but a mate of mine was telling me recently, his dad, like his mum was watching Strictly.
Yeah.
And his dad came in, and it was just that bit after they've done so they have like a gay couple on Strictly this year, and it was that bit after they've done the dance and they're getting all their scores. And like every couple does, they're like arms around each other. And they're like, yeah, God, fucking, it's a 7, yes. And they were like just buzzing, and they got like a good score, and they gave had like a big hug, like a big embrace, celebrating their high score because they did a good jive or whatever.
Yeah.
And my mate's dad was like, that's disgusting. It's just family television, and they're putting that on.
Family television.
Wow. Like Christ, family television.
So and sorry, you were at your mate's house watching Strictly with his
No,
dad?
he just told me about it.
Good.
Yeah, no, fuck no.
I thought
I've got a bit more of a life than that.
I was like, you need to get better Saturdays.
Yeah. No, he told me about it, and I was like, that's actually like yeesh, man. That's family tell. And he was like, what about when? And it gets worse. And they were like, but what about when like the man and women dancers do it? Because like it's just the same. It's a couple dancing.
Yeah.
Is that not family television? And the example was no, because a man and woman doing it, that is a family.
Oof. Yeah,
Fuck.
That's old school.
Proper old school. And then, so my mate challenged him on it, of course.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, it's a fucking real good thing that you have 3 sons. Now, it's becoming a bit more clear who I might be talking about here. He was like, you have 3 sons. It's a good thing fucking none of them are gay. And you could see, and then he took that as like his moment to like win. He was like, no. If it was my own boy,
That's family.
I'd be okay. He was like, I'd be okay with it, but I just wouldn't want any of that fucking, touchy feely stuff in front of me.
Yeah, the PDA.
Touchy feely stuff in front of you.
Dancing on TV.
Yeah.
Would you go on Strictly?
Yeah, of course.
Would you?
Yeah, the one would really love to do would be Jungle. I'd love to do it.
I'm a slave.
Yeah.
I mean, the two go hand in hand, I guess.
And I think, like, that's probably a good one to do as a comic.
The Jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I would do Strictly. Like, in my head, right, I'm thinking, I'd go no to Strictly.
Why though?
Because I value myself higher than that. I'm a comedian.
Higher than Strictly.
Comedian dancing, fucking come on. But in reality, if somebody was like, "Hey, do you want to go on Strictly and get a couple of grand an episode?"
Think of the tour after that.
Yeah.
Think of the tour after that.
Yeah. Think of the tour after that.
Yeah.
Think of the audience that are showing up to you after that.
Man.
They're going to be the worst.
What?
They'll be terrible
Nah,
crowds.
I totally disagree.
A Strictly audience.
Totally disagree. What is a Strictly audience? What is a Strictly
audience? Is a guy that says, "Look at these fucking homos on my TV. That's not family."
That's one old school guy, and he's not Strictly audience. He's someone that's wandered in and went.
I went to Blackpool and they've got a ballroom there, and I'll tell you what, those gammons, you don't want them at your show. I think that's not your crowd, man.
I think.
You think you and Strictly have a similar audience?
I think people that go to the stand like on most weekends are Strictly audience.
I don't think so.
Really? It's like one of the number one shows on fucking weekends.
I think it's different. I think the people that are mad into Strictly, they would not leave the house for it. I think they're the ones that go, "Oh, we'll go see that laddie of Strictly because we love Strictly."
I just think... I wouldn't want them.
But also, I suppose,
but if they liked you if they liked you, because like
the people who like Strictly probably hate Sean Walsh, who is a fucking phenomenal comedian.
Well, because
his
was flawed with controversy, though.
Yeah, he was dancing with a fella.
What's kind of, and I'm not saying yourself. Although maybe you will fall in line with this, but like a few comics have spoke to me about it, and I hope that if he does listen to this, he doesn't mind me saying this. But I've said this to him before, and he was like, "Yeah, I agree, man." People have said like, "Oh, how is it supporting like Ian Sterling?" And I always ask questions about. I bet it's just fucking loads of fucking women, and I'm like, "What makes you say that?" He's like, "Love Island."
Yeah,
and they're like, "How is like a Love Island audience?" And I was like, "What does that mean?" It kind of, to me, when people say that, what's that like? Ian must be just playing to like a Love Island audience, and it's kind of snobby the way they kind of pitch it, and it's almost like it's classist. Like, how is it gigging to the dumb working class girls?
Yeah, I can. Well,
but that's not the case when I found it. When
I supported Ian, it was before like he got really famous on Love Island, and it was at the stand, and it was with no like hyperbole or exaggeration. I'd say 85% teenage girls that were there.
But that's probably more CBBC then. They've grown up with them.
Yeah, maybe. But that was one of the worst gigs ever.
Really?
Because they didn't laugh at the right points. So it was actually quite a good gig. But on a punchline, they didn't really laugh big. But on like little tags leading up to the punchline, they were losing their mind.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's not
this is backwards.
The funny bit.
Yeah. This is all fucking wrong. This is you flipped it. Well, I've just never found that. I've never found him to have like a certain audience. Gary Meikle was hilariously exactly what I expected. I think there was two men in the room. I think there was two men.
I just mean like if you think of like proper good comics, like would you ever see fucking Bill Burr on Dancing with the Stars?
No.
Yeah.
But you know, I
was about
to fucking say, and I'm Bill Bailey, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
You think you're Bill Bailey?
I know I don't. I rescind it immediately.
Bill Bailey.
He did Strictly, didn't he?
Bill Bailey crawled so Bo Burnham could run.
No, what other comics have done Strictly?
Susan Calman.
Yeah, I'm going right off this idea now. Going right off of it.
Sean Walsh is the best comedian to have done it.
For sure. And that didn't go fucking great for him. But that was because, other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I wouldn't do it. The one I definitely wouldn't do.
We've done it again.
Yeah, you've got me. Well done.
I actually think I would do it. I'm phoning up the producers going, Mutchy don't want it. I'll do it.
We've totally flipped.
I've spoke to him about it. He said to say to you, no, I'm free. I am slightly more money. Is that alright? Not much. Tenner more an ep. Yeah. And like maybe a wee charcuterie board in the fucking green room. Thanks. That's a deal. I'll see you Monday. Bye bye.
Oh, belter.